How you doing today? Danny Stewart here for BassJapanDirect.com with another naked sound review, and today's bass is something that you might recognize as being the Marcus Miller signature. But it's not made by Fender, no. This one is made by Bacchus, by Divisor, down at the famous Asuka factory in Nagano, Japan. And this was made, I'm on the rear pickup by the way while I'm talking. I'll noodle around so you can hear the rear pickup tone, so as we don't waste any time. So, and this is with everything dialed up in active mode, bass and treble. Let's take the treble down to notch right now. So this was made in the mid-90s, and it was a bid, I think it was in a bid to win the contract with Fender Japan, but I think Divisor did not win the contract because the manufacture cost would have been a bit too high with them. You see, everything they do is handmade. It's not, there's no CNC router. And one thing I noticed that's superior on this is the fit. Like, you couldn't even fit in that stick in between the neck and the body there. That is really tight, you know, it's perfect. Much like what you get on a Mimose, which is another division of Divisor anyway. Or a Moon from PGM. So, you know, very similar build quality to those very, very high-end instruments. Didn't really do that justice, but you know what I was trying to do. It wasn't grooving anywhere near as much as Marcus's way of doing it. But yeah, that's slap, full tilt there on the preamp, bass and treble all the way up. Like I said, this preamp was the same one that was used on some of the early 90s and mid-90s Levinson Blade builds, which were made by Tune Japan, and they supplied Divisor at that point with some electronics. And the pickups here are Divisor's own custom shop pickups, similar to the Alnico ones you get now in the WL, the handmade WL 417 series. Very similar, and 70 spacing as well, as per Marcus's, you know, JB77. Yeah, oh my god, what an instrument. Of course it's going to be fantastic for slap, but as you heard before, it has a wonderful rear pickup tone. Now I don't really need to do any more slappy dappy stuff. Let's go on the front pickup. As you know, Marcus Miller gets most of his tone out of his technique, especially his right hand. So that's still balanced with everything dialed up, but you know, and he does that so that he can just be very subtle. So he'll employ all kinds of techniques in very short amounts of time to give the spice, dynamics, and feel to whatever it is that he's playing. And it's you can't compensate for what's in his hand with electronics. So that's what I'm trying to say. So, but anyway, on the front pickup, like, I believe Marcus Miller himself doesn't really tend to change pickup settings that much. It seems that what he does mostly is plays balanced, and sometimes rear pickups, it will just turn the front down, and that's about it. Apart from that, he uses technique to get a deeper, rounder sound, like palm muting or playing very near the neck. But anyway, I'll demonstrate the front pickup with the treble rolled off. This is actually a sweep EQ. If you listen to it, I'll have it at notch. Bass boosted, and that at notch, and then I'll just play Alright, let's play palm mute now. Yeah, so you get the idea. And if we turn the treble all the way, something a bit more crunchy. Etc, etc, etc. I mean, it's just phenomenal. And that was the front pickup for a bit of slap. Again, playing that rather badly, but what a wonderful instrument. And then by contrast, just finally, that was balanced. So, the tonal scope on this thing is really quite phenomenal. It just sounds absolutely wicked, as you would expect, and it plays like a breeze. So, and you know, the rear pickup tone is just wonderful. You know, even with oh my god, that's beautiful. Yeah, I mean, whew. And you know, if you just go with the bass halfway up, treble halfway up, passive mode, that's passive mode. You don't have any tonal control over it, but you know, that's just the direct sound from the rear pickup. And of course, if you wanted to, you could attenuate that on your amplifier if you wanted to play passively. But it's really designed for active play. Yeah, and it's just insane. Anyway, peace out and see you next time.